They call me Dan, the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy Dan, the Lakers fan, coming back with another round of stat projections. And today, just as I promised to you guys, I'm gonna be dropping a bench stat line projections for the 2017-18 NBA season. Now let's start it off with most likely the most effective bench player for us this season. Hopefully he's in the running for Sixth Man of the Year type season. Jordan Clarkson. Now he's coming into his fourth year, so if he's ever gonna make the biggest leap, it's gonna be this year. But we do have a kind of stacked bench with Kyle Kuzma and who knows what other veterans we're gonna sign. So fans most likely want Jordan Clarkson to average around, I don't know, 18 points, 4 to 5 assists, you know, maybe a couple of rebounds and a steal and a half. But the more realistic stat projection for JC, since he does have Mr. Kyle Kuzma, who's also going to get a bunch of touches, and, you know, who knows who else is going to be his running backcourt mate off the bench, depending on who we sign this offseason. I expect him to average somewhere along the lines of 14 to 15 points with like 2 to 3 assists and a steal and a half. That's my projection for him. Anyways, moving on. Josh Hart out of Villanova. Now this kid plays really hard. If you followed him throughout his college career, he's a winner. He's won an NCAA championship. This guy's a leader and he has the most experience from any rookie that's coming in this season. Okay, so Josh Hart, depending on who we sign, you know, Magic Johnson has said he wants a veteran point guard to be running this team off the bench. So I'm curious to see who he would add, but Josh Hart is a very good player. Fans might want him to get a lot of minutes. Most likely he won't get too many, I don't see him getting more than 10 to 15, maybe 20 max a night, but more along the lines of 10 minutes per game, depending on who we sign. Again, like I mentioned, fans might want him to average anywhere between 10 to 12 points. The realistic average for him will be maybe 7 to 9 points per game, with maybe a couple of assists, maybe a steal. You know, that's what I project for him. Anyways, moving on. Kyle Kuzma. This guy has all the Laker Nation excited, man. The way he played Summer League, he seems to be one of the steals of the draft, if not the steal of the draft. He looked like a lottery pick out there, guys. He looked really well. And if this translates, which most likely it will, but if it translates to regular season, watch out, Julius Randle, because Kyle Kuzma's coming for your job. Imagine a stretch forward who could play defense and communicate. Now, this kid was a Summer League MVP. You know, he was a real beast for us, averaging, you know, upwards of 20 points per game, shooting very high, shooting over 50% from the field. Very promising player. Again, it's all gonna depend on how many minutes this kid gets off the bench, or even if he eventually becomes a starter. But I can see him easily averaging upwards of 10 points per game. I could see him going up to like 14 points per game if his minutes increase throughout the season. You know, shooting over 50%. Definitely, I could see that in his future. But most definitely, it's going to be very intriguing to see how he pans out this season and where we fit in him. Is he going to run backup small forward? Is he going to run power forward and move Larry Nance to the 5 like somebody mentioned? Interesting. Now, moving on. Larry Nance, one of my favorite Lakers. This guy's a glue guy, you know, always cheering on his teammates. Just a feel-good guy. Great overall person as well. And he has been looking to improve this summer on his 3-ball. Now, word is he's already improved and he's getting better, and he just needs to, you know, shoot the ball when he gets a chance, because a lot of times he'll be open and he'll pass up open jump shots. So the key to him is just to stay assertive. Defensively, he's already really well. You know, he plays really well for us off the bench. Super athletic, we already know. All he needs to do is stay away from injuries. If that happens, this guy's going to be really good for us this season. I could see him averaging, you know, maybe 10 points per game with maybe 5 rebounds and maybe a block for us, you know. That's very productive off the bench. Again, I don't think he'll start at any point, especially with the emergence of Kyle Kuzma this season. But off the bench, if he can give us 10, 5 rebounds and a block, maybe a steal, that'd be great. So I'm excited for him. Now, somebody who disappointed in Summer League. I'm sure a lot of us were disappointed. I was. And Ivica Zubac coming into the second season. Now, last season, he showed a lot of promise starting from the Summer League, and he earned his time. He really earned his playing time with the Lakers.
which was a total shocker because this season, starting in Summer League, he looked really slow. He looked lethargic at times. You know, every move he was putting up was predictable. He was getting blocked. He couldn't jump over a phone book if he wanted to, right? With his 1-inch vertical leap. So the thing we fell in love with Big Z in the first place was his soft touch, his consistency. If he can show that again to us, then he will definitely get big minutes. But with this new style of game we're about to play, you know, running, pushing the pace, you know, it doesn't look too promising for him, honestly. Hopefully he regains form because I really like this kid. You know, he's still very promising, still only 19 years of age, and he has a lot of potential. But if he doesn't, Thomas Bryant, all right? This kid is another steal we got in this draft. All right, he plays with a lot of heart. He hustles. He runs the court, which is that is very impressive for a guy as big as him, right? He has a 7 foot, I think, 4 wingspan. He's a 7-footer with a 7'4" wingspan. Or I think he's 6'10" or 6'11". I'm not sure. But he's very impressive, guys. He plays hard. He has a motor to him. Plays with a lot of energy, heart, passion, hustle. And he shows that he can stretch the floor, right? He has a mid-range and a 3-ball. He showed it in Summer League. Now let's see if it translates over to the next level during the preseason and eventually the regular season. But if so, watch out, Big Z, because this kid, he has all the tools to play in this Lakers offense and compete and get some minutes. So I'm not really gonna project his stat line, but we'll see. It depends if he beats out Big Z. That's gonna wrap it up for this video today, guys. Just wanted to really quick just mention Alex Caruso. I didn't really include him in the video because he is in the G League and he's gonna be coming up and down with that 2-way contract. So I'm not really gonna project how many minutes he's gonna get, if any at all. So that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought of my list, and if you guys have your own, I'd love to see it down in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I got you all season and summer long. Keep it locked right here for everything Lakers. Peace out, Laker Nation.